Hey everybody, this is Stephanie. I just want to thank you all who joined us live today for our meeting, whether you were in person or Zoom. Thank you all for joining us. Unfortunately, the audio quality was so terrible, and I apologize to those of you who were on virtually. Our mic wouldn't connect this morning, and so I have decided to just re-record some of the highlights from today's meeting for you, so that for those of you who weren't able to be here, and even for those of you who were on Zoom, you'll be able to listen to it and hear what we talked about. I don't have all of our vendors with me, but I just wanted to give you a quick run through of what we reviewed at the meeting so that you have it. First off, we did an introduction to Robin Warman, our new president of settlement with Joshua Tree Escrow, and discussed some ways that she's able to help your business. We've even gotten some feedback already that there was an agent who we had written in Joshua Tree Escrow with Robin. They were not with our company, and as soon as they saw her name, said yes and accepted the escrow. So we're very excited about that. The paperwork that we needed to put together to take our escrow out of being with the DRE and with the DBO is in process. That paperwork has been submitted. So fortunately, we will be able to start accepting out of escrows that don't have an agent related to Better Homes and Gardens. So that will be available soon, and we're very excited about that. The nice thing about that is if you have an escrow with somebody and they want a concurrent close on another property, and that doesn't involve a Better Homes agent, they can bring that escrow to us. So it's not quite here yet, but we are have all the paperwork in the process for that, and we will let you know as soon as we have any more updates. We also heard from Old Republic Home Protection. Valerie Aceves was here, as well as Kathy Lansford. We were graced with both of their presences today. They shared with us a couple things about the brochures that they have, and they were going to send this to us in a PDF. So we'll get that out to you guys. It'll be attached to the email that I'm going to send out. And you always want to make sure you have this with you so you can either calculate the home warranty yourself or call the 800 number and reach out to them so that somebody on the line can help you do that. And they also have some classes that are coming up every Tuesday from 10 to 12. Look for an email from Valerie each week that'll give you the new details for the classes that they'll be holding every Tuesday from 10 to 12. They've gotten some great feedback from it so far, and it's been really helpful for the agents that have been to those classes and attended. We also had Catherine out here with First American, and she brought some great treats for us. We have some calendars and some calendar of events, but your desk calendars are here for the beginning of the year. So feel free to come on in and pick those up if you need. She was also talking about the fact that she's seen a lot of farming going on. She knows a lot of you are doing farming. So kudos to you guys on that. It's definitely necessary, especially in today's climate. We also had Brian Osier, who is our new representative for Better NHD. He was here to just share with us some tools. There's a really great tool that he has that with their app, you can look up anything that's in a flood zone or a fire zone, and it actually shows you the map of what's around. I always joke that dirt doesn't burn, so we don't generally have that issue in the desert, but we do have some areas and our outlying regions that are in fire zones. And we know right now that the flood maps are currently being rewritten based on the recent flooding that we had. So reach out to Brian if you need any information. I have his cards in the office, and we're very excited to have him back on board, and he'll be dropping into our offices. We didn't get to hear from Sean. Unfortunately, she had another appointment today, so we'll see if we can get a little update from her in a bit. And then we also heard from Jeff Rayborn, our technology specialist. He talked about the social tool that's back up and running again. And he also talked about the CRM and some of the new add-on that we have as a brokerage have purchased to go along with Moxie and its CRM. It's called Active Pipe, and it basically is your set it and forget it. Once you put your contact list into the CRM, Active Pipe will help you decide what campaign you want to put them on, and they call them journeys. So you'll hear that a lot, but it's a first-time home buyer journey, a luxury journey, a repeat buyer journey. All of those things are available. Even seller stuff is in there as well to help your clients kind of move along through the process. It truly is the set it and forget it piece of the CRM. So for those of you who are looking for that, and I know most of us are, I'll include myself in that, it will be really great information, and we will all be receiving training on it. All of our leadership team within our local desert lifestyle properties have been taking training on it so that we can help you guys with it, and we're very, very excited about that. Let's see. I did want to give you guys all a quick rundown of what I brought back from CAR. There are a few things that I think are probably the most important that I just want to share with you. First off, we've heard in the last little bit that Anywhere and Remax have settled their lawsuits. We heard this weekend or this last week from our NAR rep for our region, which is California, Hawaii, and Guam. So our NAR region includes all of those areas. And our rep came and spoke to us and shared with us that NAR does not intend to settle their suit. Their attorneys believe that they can win. And so that lawsuit with NAR can't speak for any of the other entities that have been named, but NAR is not planning on settling that lawsuit. So it will take a while. We also have had some questions about Anywhere has said that they will change some practices in their settlement. Unfortunately, that settlement hasn't been approved by the judge yet, so it hasn't been released, and we don't have any information on that yet. But as soon as we do, I promise you we'll put it out to you so that you have that and whatever that means. The main message I want to get across to you guys is that most of what we need is already in place. The technology and the forms that we need are in place. We're just going to have to learn how to use them, and we'll have to work on some scripting for those. So whatever it is, I know that some people are really nervous about it. We've seen lots of big changes in our industry, and we're all still here and standing. So we're happy to help you with it, and we just look forward to that resolution so that we can figure out what we need to do and start doing it. So we'll keep you up to date as that continues to go. Also wanted to let you know that the Greater Palm Springs Association of Realtors, it was mentioned that a $500,000 grant was awarded to GPSR, and they are divvying that grant up into $2,500 segments. And anyone you know, not just realtors, this is for anyone you know who was affected by the flooding, whether it be in that Horizon area in Cathedral City, or whether it be in La Quinta or Palm Springs or any of the other areas that were affected by flooding, they can apply for that grant from Greater Palm Springs Realtors. And all they have to have done is have worked with a realtor in order when they purchase the home in order for them to qualify. So if you have any questions about that, you can reach out to me. You can also reach out to the Greater Palm Springs Association of Realtors if you're a member. Jim Franklin is the one who spearheaded that. So if you know him and have his number, you can reach out. If not, reach out to me and I'll put you in contact with him to figure out how your clients might be able to benefit from that. Also wanted to let you know there were quite a few sessions at Reimagine. I only got to attend 2 of them. I was in other meetings, but the sessions at Reimagine that I got to attend was a conversation with Sue Yanniconi of Anywhere Real Estate, and she was being interviewed by John Seabree, who is the CEO of the California Association of Realtors. It was an interesting conversation. She talked just a lot about the strength of the brand. But the one that I got the most out of was actually the AI discussion that they had. And, we had a class on this. Our last meeting was about AI, and a lot of it was what we've talked about. Many people are using it for bios, listing remarks. Even I typed in the other day how to sell real estate, and it gave me like a 20-step plan on what to do to start my real estate business. So think about that for yourself. If there's any place in your business that I don't know, just need some help. For me, it's making lists. I love to make them, but when when I type in a question and a list pops up for me, it makes me very happy. So we're playing around with the Genie AI through First American. We're also using Chat GPT and a couple others that we've learned of. And I've also heard that RPR has a chat function, which is a member benefit for anybody who's a member of California Association of Realtors. So I know I just threw a lot at you there. The bottom line is if you have questions about it or you're not sure or want to play with it, but maybe you're a little scared, feel free to call me. I'm happy to use my account. We can put your bio in and see what it spits out in 30 seconds, and you'll probably be really impressed and never want to write another listing remarks again. So happy to help you with that. Just reach out, let us know if you have questions about it. I know some are concerned about the dangers of using AI, and what I would suggest is that technology can be just as dangerous as real estate if you don't know what you're doing. So even if you don't intend to use it, I will say our younger counterparts are the millennials and Gen Z are definitely using the technology. We should at least learn about it so that we know how to combat that if we need to in appointments with clients. But again, always reach out. Let me know if you're having any challenges with it, or if you just don't know where to start, but you want to maybe just refresh your bio. We can help you with that. I can show you how to use it. Let's see, for sales, I do want to bring up the Desert Housing Report. I'm going to show you the recovery slide that we have. And so this is This is the recovery slide. As I've mentioned in the last few meetings, we had this little trajectory where we were moving up and looking towards the future, towards the recovery that we think is coming. But as you can see, for the last few months, we've kind of been bumping along the middle, not the bottom, but we're about halfway up to getting back to a normal market. And so what that tells us is that we still need to do, if the market's down 24%, then you and I need to do 25% more activities than we normally would in order to make what we made last year. So with that being said, I think one of the things that I'm going to do this year for everybody in out of my office and anyone else who is interested, instead of doing bulk classes, I have my business planning class from last year recorded, so you're always welcome to use that. But instead of doing classes with everybody in the room, I'm going to do a lot more one-on-ones. And so you'll be getting calls from me to talk about your business planning, what that looks like, and just to be able to get yourself set up for next year. I do also want to just share with you that let's see, for August, and I know we're almost into October already, so the September housing report will be out in just a few days. But for August, the median price of a detached home in the Coachella Valley is $660,000. That's down 5,000 over last month, and it's down 3.1% year over year. The median price of an attached home is $439,000, which is down 6% year over year. Our sales, the 3-month average was 623 units. That's 51 units less than last year. And for inventory, as of 9/1, we had 1,600 units on the market, and that was about the same that we had last year, about the same level. Months of sales is 2.8, and I'm a little bit torn on this one because it does say in the report that 2.8 months of inventory is a balanced market, and they're calling what we're in now a balanced market. I've been around long enough that we used to say 6 months was a balanced market. So I feel like this 2.8 is a little bit out of desperation. Like maybe it's as balanced as it's going to get. But I definitely don't feel like it's a balanced market. And I think most of you probably would agree with that. So the last piece is that the days in market is 38. Last year it was 28. So for your sellers that you put that listing on the market and it doesn't sell right away, they want to know why they don't have multiple offers, over asking. Remind them of what the average days on market are for the Coachella Valley, and then make sure you know what they are for that particular neighborhood. And if you don't know how to calculate that, call me and I'll help you with it. Would be happy to. So yeah, each agent's going to get a one-on-one appointment with me for business planning this year. For contract knowledge, I wanted to share with you all that SkySlope has mapped nearly all of our forms. The last ones we're waiting for are the local area disclosures. We had to get permission from each of the associations to use those forms. So we have that permission now, and they are mapping those. The templates are already created in SkySlope, but they're not available for use until I get those last few forms in and have everything pulled together. But we currently have residential listing, residential purchase. I have a vacant land listing and purchase. I have a multiple manufactured home listing and purchase, and I also have a lease where you're repping the tenant and where you're repping the landlord and tenant. So very excited. As soon as I get those last few forms put in place, then we will share those templates out with everybody, and you'll all be able to use them at any time, and all your information will be put in them, as well as some of the details that we normally add in, and you can customize them yourself. So once that's finished, I'll be reaching out to all of you individually to see if you'd like to get together with me to customize any of them for you. But they will be pretty plug and play. You won't have to ever put a property address in again. Once it's in once it's in SkySlope forms, it'll be there on the BHG forms where you normally have to put in the address and signature fields. All that's going to map automatically for you. So we're very, very excited about that. Let's see. Our next meeting is scheduled for October 18th. And I'm going to ask you guys to be flexible on that date with me. The thing that we're trying to pull together for the next meeting is to bring in specialists from NHD, home warranty, and insurance to talk about the changing flood zones and to talk about how you can help your clients, specifically those clients who live in areas. I know that that Panorama area in Cathedral City, the average age of ownership is over 30 years in that neighborhood. So many of those people don't have don't have loans and then don't have flood insurance, and many of them didn't, it wasn't required. So we're just going to pull all that information together for you so that as we continue to have changing flood maps, which we expect to happen with climate change, you'll know how to handle those situations, and you'll be well equipped to help your clients. So I know that was a lot of stuff in a very short period of time, and I know there was a lot more detail that was shared at the meeting, but that was the gist of it. I really wanted to make sure we just got you guys a good video. And I couldn't, in good conscience, put that other one out because you just couldn't hear me. So, again, to those of you who showed up on Zoom today, I'm so sorry that we had that challenge. I hope this little recap helps you. And I hope the other attachments that we include are going to help you as well. If there's anything we can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out. And to everyone who wished me a happy birthday today, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It really made my day. So take care. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all soon.